and this topic about CRO, cathode ray oscilloscope. Then if we still have a time, yeah, we will discuss about Doppler effect. And I told you, you have to read about Doppler effect maybe 2 weeks ago. And then, by the way, before I start start discuss new topic, how about waves? I mean, if you still have something you don't understand yet, so just ask me. Maybe I review a little about waves. But if you feel it's clear, okay, so this means we continue. Any? No? Okay. So I think we are going to discuss the topic, yeah, still the same chapter, but topic different. Okay.
Mister,
Okay.
boleh coba satu soal tentang wave nggak, Mister, buat mastiin?
Maksudnya soal kamu punya soal?
Enggak, Mister. Mister ada soal nggak? Soalnya kan pengen mastiin kalau kita udah bisa gitu, Mister. Udah siap buat lanjut ke chapter selanjutnya.
Oh gitu. Wait ya. Oke. Wait. Okay, I have one. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but not these questions. Nah, try this exercise. Maybe just finish C ya, until C. D nggak usah. Okay, I think the time is enough here. And any of you can finish number from A to C? Any of you? If yes, if any, just mention your answer. Amplitude, phase difference, or maybe speed of waves. Maybe,
Amplitude-nya
okay, yes.
7,8 bukan, Mister?
Amplitude,
Iya,
berapa?
7,8.
Oh,
Bentar,
ya,
Mister.
sekitaran segitu sih,
Ya,
sekitaran segitu ya. Terus,
phase-nya saya masih bingung, Mister.
phase difference, bingung ya? Oke, speed of wave-nya?
Belum selesai, Mister. Masih coba gitu.
Oke. Okay, I will give you maybe 5 minutes more in order to finish B and C. Okay, let's finish them.
Mister mau nanya, Mister.
Boleh?
Itu kan buat phase difference kan pakai yang jarak per apa sih lambda ya kan, Mister?
Yes.
Itu
Betul.
jaraknya pakai yang 20 ke 60, habis itu yang lambda itu satu wavelength kan, Mister, jadi kayak 80 di situ.
Yes. Ya, betul. Jadi tinggal lihat aja di sini. Ya, betul. Satu waves kan dari sini ke sini ya. Sebenarnya mau ngitung waves dari manapun tetap sama sih gitu. Mau dari sini sampai sini pasti sama. Mau dari sini sampai sini sama juga. Atau mau dari mulainya sini sampai sini. Nah, itu panjang satu wave. Nah, ingat aja ya, phase difference tuh rumusnya kayak gimana. Selisih
Oke.
distance, ya, selisih distance antara P dan Q dibagi dengan panjang satu gelombang.
Oke, makasih, Mister.
Iya, sama-sama. Okay, finish. How about the answer of B and C? Any of you find it?
Yang speed of wave-nya 18 bukan, Mister?
Speed of wave 18. Then phase difference
P.
P. P itu 180 ya. Oke. Ada yang lain? Maybe speednya dan phase difference? No? Oke. Talita, berapa Talita? Phase difference-nya.
Saya baru yang A sama C juga, Mister.
C berapa C?
Nah, saya dapatnya juga 18.
Oke. Oke, thank you. Let's prove it. Okay, I think for amplitude, yeah, I think it's simple lah ya. You just see the scale here, the point and the scale. I think the value of amplitude below 8, below 8.0, and maybe around 7.9 or 7.8, around range from those number. Okay, let's say maybe 7.6, it's too small range, and for amplitude, the range maybe start from 7.6 until 7.8, and then B, phase difference, and I told you the formula of phase difference. There are actually two kind of formulas of phase difference. When you encounter like these questions, you see that this is the distance. The horizontal component is distance, and the unit centimeter. So if you see the graph like this, you have to use this formula, and you can state the phase difference in radian or maybe in degree. It's depend on the question actually. But if like these questions didn't give like a specific order to either P or maybe degree, so this means you can use both. Okay, then try the distance. Delta X means the distance between 2 points. Now in these questions they want you find the phase difference between P and Q, and from this scale we know that the distance between P and Q is start from 20 until 60. So this means the distance between them is 40. Okay, and lambda. And I told you lambda is the same in every point. Like you can find start from this and finish at this point. So you can see the distance from 0 until this point is 80. So the length of one wavelength is 80 centimeter. Or maybe if you want to use this point until this point, the difference between 120 and 40, I think the same as 80. So in every point is the same for the lambda. Remember, this is only length of one wavelength, not full wavelength, only one wavelength. Okay, now we obtained the distance between 2 points and also the wavelength. Then you just substitute here, and you don't need to convert into meter, because both of them it's okay, just centimeter and centimeter. 40 divided by 80, and this equals to 1/2. Okay, and this times 2p. Okay, according to the formula 2p. Okay, and then this means times 2p, and this equals to p. Okay, if you state in radian, the answer is p. But if you want to state in degree, yeah, the answer is 180 degree. Okay, so that's all about how we find the phase difference between 2 points. And then C, yeah, C is the speed of wave. Okay, now from these questions, we know the frequency. The frequency of wave is 15 hertz. Yeah, then you just calculate, use this formula. Yeah, the frequency is 15 and the lambda is 80. Nah, but in this, I mean, the lambda still in centimeter. Yeah, for this formula, for this calculation, you have to convert the lambda units, yeah, to meter. Okay, because the frequency hertz and this lambda S2 in meter. Okay, so if you convert in meter, yeah, to be 0.8, and then so the C is 12 meter per second. Okay, yeah. So that's all. About this exercise, yeah, how we solve the questions like phase difference and speed of wave, yeah, and then how we determine the amplitude, frequency, and what length of wavelength and something like that. Okay, so I think it's enough for wave, and if you still not understand yet, you can search any questions on internet or maybe our textbook. Yeah, you exercise by yourself, but it's okay if you want to ask me if you feel confused about the questions. Okay, now let's move to our discussion today. Okay, our discussion about cathode ray oscilloscope. Let me share my screen first. Okay, we start from cathode ray oscilloscope. Yeah, so what is this? So this is a tool that helps us to observe and measure and analyze the waveforms, yeah, by plotting amplitude along y-axis and time along x-axis. So the y-axis is about amplitude and x-axis is about time. Usually we call it by time base. Okay, time base of waveform. Yeah, so this is the function. Yeah, in a simple sentence, state the function of cathode ray oscilloscope. Actually, this stuff is multi-purposes. Yeah, not only about the observation, but we can measure and analyze the waveform. And then it's generally an XY plotter on a single screen. It can display different signal applied to different channel. Okay. And then it can measure amplitude, frequencies, and passive or various signal. Okay, so this is the picture of cathode ray oscilloscope. Yeah, I told you this is the vertical axis or y-axis, yeah. And then usually from the y-axis, we know about the amplitude of waveforms, and then x horizontal is about time, yeah, about time dash. Okay, and this is many button here, yeah, like maybe the red is a power, yeah, to turn on or turn off the oscilloscope, and then this is the green screen, yeah, the green screen to see the waveforms of signal, and then yeah, many button here to wait, okay, sorry, yeah, as you can see, this is the oscilloscope, yeah, at least we know that this tool have many purposes, multi-purposes, yeah, to observe, measure, and analyze the waveforms. Okay, nah, so it's all about the cathode ray oscilloscope. So about the function, yeah, specifically. So now I want to like calculate amplitude, how to calculate amplitude. Okay, actually the waveform of cathode ray oscilloscope, usually we call it CRO, yeah, CRO. The waveform is not always like this, yeah, but we try this waveform first. Calculate the peak to peak. Okay, so if the questions ask you peak to peak, so this is peak and this is another peak. Okay, yeah, peak to peak. Okay, of the sinusoidal, if the scope scale is set to 5 millivolt centimeter. Now millivolt, yeah, from this figure, yeah, volt on the vertical axis. Okay, if the question stated about volt, so we can find the amplitude. We can calculate the amplitude of these waveforms. Okay, now due to the questions ask you about from peak to peak, yeah, and then scope scale means one scale, yeah, one square is 5 millivolt per centimeter. Okay, this is 1 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter, and we assume this is a half. Okay, so total there are 1, 2, half, 2.5 square. Okay, and then yeah, peak to peak. The first peak is 2.5 and the second peak the same, 2.5. Yeah, actually we can write like this, 2.5 plus 2.5, okay, times 5. Okay, so this like this. Okay, I think this is the same, yeah, as the pattern this. Okay, so I think the answer is the same. Okay, so yeah, so this like we calculate the amplitude of these waveforms. So you have to notice in, I mean like this, yeah, in a hill, conceive how many square in one hill, maybe, yeah, like this, yeah, 1, 2, half. So in a single hill, there consists of 2.5 square, and then the valley is the same as the hill. Okay, let's try. Nah, I told you not always like this, but sometimes the waveforms like this. Okay, yeah. Nah, for this, calculate the peak-to-peak amplitude if scope setting 100 millivolt centimeter. Nah, the first hill, yeah, this is the first hill, and this is a hill and valley. Yeah, you see The square of hill and valley are different. In hill consists of 1, 2, 1, 2. So what is this? Let's say it's not too obvious, yeah. And then let's try the valley. 1, 2. Okay, let's say this is 2, 2.1, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 ya. And this is only 2.1 and 2.2 lah ya. Okay, so the first peak ya only 2.2. And this the second peak is 2.5 around that. Okay lah ya. Okay. Then yeah, the same as previous step. You just add this number and this number. Then you multiply by 100 millivolt. Oh, this is 2.8 and this is 2.5 ya. Okay, so this is 2.8 and this is 2.5. Then you times by 100. Okay, then you will obtain the number of 530. Nah, ini jadi kenapa sih harus ini sama ini gitu ya? Karena dia mintanya peak to peak ya, peak to peak gitu. Kalau amplitudonya aja ini dia. Sebenarnya amplitudo bawah sama atas sama bawah kemungkinan beda sih bisa gitu ya. Jadi kalau dia mintanya amplitudo yang mana dulu gitu ya. Kalau amplitudo di bagian atas berarti segini, di bagian bawah segini. Ya ini sebenarnya nggak jelas juga ya berapa nih garis-garisnya gitu ya. Nah, anggap aja sekitaran segini. Nah, jadi hitungannya biasanya di sini kan ada satu kotak ya. Biasanya satu kotak ini disebutnya sebagai divisi atau scale. Ya, scale gitu ya. Nah, untuk menghitung amplitudo, ini kan kalian lihat aja dalam satu ini tuh ada berapa kotak gitu simpelnya. Kalau ini kita anggap aja kayak ada 1, terus 2, terus di sini setengah gitu lah ya. Berarti ini 2,5 kotak, ini juga 2,5 kotak gitu. Berarti kayak ditambahin dulu kali 5 atau mau dikali 2 juga boleh. Nah, terus kalau yang ini juga sama ya caranya. Jadi dalam satu ini itu ada mengandung 1, 2, ini tinggal dihitung garisnya lah ya. Ini 1, 2, sama ini juga dihitung garisnya. Gitu. Nanti dapat 2,8 sama 2,5 dikali ininya, settingannya. Ya, tergantung dari settingannya. Itu cara menentukan peak to peak ya. Kalau amplitude cuma segini doang. Kan amplitude itu adalah ini ya. Ini amplitude atas, amplitude bawah kayak gitu. Nah, then we can also calculate the period from this cathode ray oscilloscope. Yeah, but we have to see the number, the division, yeah, on X component. I mean, like in one wavelength, then you have to notice the amount of division in one wavelength. Okay, like this. Calculate the period of sinusoidal if the scope scale is set to, nah, this is the time base because the units second, yeah, microsecond per centimeter. Nah, in one wavelength from this point to this point consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in a single one wavelength, the car consists 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if about period, you see the horizontal square, yeah, the horizontal division. So we can assume that in a one wavelength consists of 4 division or 4 square. Okay, Yeah, see horizontal square if we talk about the period. Then after you finish to see the division in wavelength, you can use this formula. So the period can be calculated by this formula, time base times wavelength per division. Okay, I mean wavelength per division, like the square in a wavelength. Yeah, and we determined that in a wavelength consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and the time base is 20 micro. Yeah, so you just multiply by 4, and then this equals to 80. Nah, not always 4, yeah. It depends on the questions. I mean, usually the questions told you like the length of one division is 1 centimeter. So this means in every square is 1 centimeter. Okay, so from this to this, yeah, the distance, yeah, is 4 centimeter. Okay, if the questions told you like the length of division is 2 centimeter. Okay, I think yeah, you analyze the square, then you times 2. Yeah, for an instance in this figure, yeah, you see one wavelength consists of 4 square, so you just multiply by 2 to obtain the wavelength per division. Okay, so you have to notice the number given by the questions, because not always 1 centimeter. Then, we do the same method, yeah, to obtain period. Yeah, like this. I think now your turns. Please find the period from these waveforms. Then we discuss together. Okay, your time only 5 minutes. And assume that the length of single division is 1 centimeter. Okay, finish. Any of you find the period of this waveform? If yes, please tell me. How about your answer?
100 bukan, Mister.
100. Okay, let's try. Okay, so firstly, let's calculate how many square in wavelength. Yeah. So in one wavelength, from here, from this point, yeah, from this point to this point. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in one wavelength consists of 5 square or 5 division. If one division is 1 centimeter, so this means 5 division means 5 centimeter. Okay, use the same formula, time base is 20 microsecond. Just substitute here and then 100 microsecond. Yeah, just like that to determine about period of oscilloscope cathode ray. Yeah. Then let's try about this. Yeah. Okay, how? What is the answer? A, B, C, or D? Haidar. What is your answer, Haidar?
I think it's B, sir.
B. Okay. Okay. Thank you. How about Nashwa Gustia? Nashwa Gustia?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is your answer?
I haven't found it yet, but I think it's A.
B? Okay. How can you determine your answer?
First, I found the period, but I'm not sure.
Okay, okay, thank you. Hmm. Then I want to ask Farel.
Still don't know what is the answer. So
Okay. Okay. So okay. Nah, by the way, before I start to discuss these questions, what is your problem, guys? I mean, what is the difficulties so that you have not found the questions yet? Maybe I need to re-explain or not. I just want to know what is your problem, the problem. Ya, masalahnya apa? Coba kalau misalkan belum ketemu ya, mungkin kayak masih kurang, masih ngeraba-ngeraba kah? Atau cara menentukan ininya kah? Gimana?
Kalau frekuensi itu divisionnya kayak horizontally atau vertically deh, Sir?
Oh, gitu ya. Sebenarnya gampangnya gini sih. Kan frekuensi itu adalah 1 per periode ya. Nah, kamu cari aja periodenya dulu, gitu kan. Terus baru masukin ke sini. Gitu. Ya. Jadi kayak gitu cara simpelnya sebenarnya. Jadi kalau periode, ya kan ditanya frekuensi. Nah, sedangkan kita tadi rumusnya periode. Nah, jadi kalian bisa cari dulu periode, baru kalau udah dapat periode, diginiin 1 per berapa, nah itulah frekuensinya. Dan ingat di sini millisecond, ya, millisecond. Dengan cara yang sama, ini kan kita cari periodenya dulu ya. Periode itu kan adalah time base dikalikan dengan banyaknya divisi atau banyaknya kotak-kotak dalam satu wavelength. Nah, satu wavelength ini kita anggaplah dari sini sampai sini. Nah, ini cuma mengandung 1, 2, 3 kotak, gitu kan. Nah, pertama kita cari dulu periodenya. Periode sama dengan time base dikali lattice division aja ya. Division. Oke. Time base-nya berapa? Time base-nya 0,5 ya. Kali berapa? Kali 3 ya, karena divisinya 3. Oke. Sama dengan ini 1,5 milisecond second. Ya, by the way, untuk periode sendiri satuannya second ya. Nah, ingat ini masih millisecond. Ubah ke second. Berarti sama aja kayak 1,5 kali 10 pangkat min 3 second. Atau mau lebih enak lagi, mungkin ditulisnya gini ya. 15 kali 10 pangkat min 4 second. Gitu. Nah, udah dapat periodenya, kita tinggal ke rumus ini, di mana frekuensi itu adalah 1 per periode. Gitu. Yang periodenya adalah, itu udah kita dapat ya. Periodenya adalah 1 per 15 dikali 10 pangkat min 4. Nah, ini naik ke atas ya, 10 pangkat min 4-nya aja. Jadi kayak 10 pangkat min 4 itu kan jadi naik ke atas positif ya. Jadinya kan kayak 10.000, ya masih 10.000 dibagi 15. Nah, inilah frekuensinya. Gitu. Hasilnya adalah 666,7. Ya, anggaplah 670 Hz ya. Nah, kayak gitu. Oke, jadi itu dia cara untuk mencari frekuensi. Jadi kalau nyari frekuensi, ya cari periodenya dulu. Oke, kalau udah dapet periodenya, baru deh kamu masukin ke rumus ini. Karena kita tahu bahwa frekuensi itu adalah 1 per periode. Ya, sampai sini bisa dipahami cara mencari frekuensi? Ya, gampang ya, gitu-gitu doang.
Mister,
Ya, boleh?
itu tadi kenapa tiba-tiba M-nya jadi 10 pangkat min 3, Mister?
Kan millisecond. Kita ubah ke second. Kan satuan dari periode kan second. Nah, kenapa ini bisa millisecond? Karena time base-nya millisecond. Gitu. Ya, jadi tergantung. Kalau misalkan dia di sininya ngasihnya microsecond, ya mungkin di sini kayak microsecond. Nah, nanti hasilnya itu adalah dalam microsecond juga. Ketika time base dikali division, nah nanti di sini nih. Ini kan kita satuannya millisecond ya. Karena time base-nya millisecond. Kalau time base-nya microsecond, di sini microsecond. Dan harus diubah ke dalam second. Saat millisecond ke second cuman 10 min 3. Kalau microsecond ke second 10 min 6. Kayak gitu. Oke, ya. Saya rasa itu tentang soal ini. Next. Oke, coba ini. Tapi ini sebenarnya, ya coba ini deh. Panjang, jumlah kotaknya dilempengin aja, maksudnya dibuletin. Okay, time to discuss. Okay, now at these questions, yeah, you can read the questions here. The time base of oscilloscope set at 1.5 millisecond per division, and the Y gain at 1.5 volt per division. Please calculate the frequency and amplitude. Nah, if the questions only ask about the amplitude, not peak to peak, yeah, so you only calculate from, yeah, only single peak, yeah, not from only one peak, I mean. If we talk about peak to peak, you calculate this and also this. Okay, if only about the amplitude, yeah, you just calculate this region only. But why vertical division? Okay, amplitude vertical division, meanwhile frequency or period horizontal division. Okay, firstly, let's calculate the frequency maybe. Nah, frequency is time base times wavelength per division. Okay, I told you the waves start from here and finish at this point. So how many square consists of a single wavelength? So let's calculate them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say 7 square in a wavelength. Yeah, so you just write here 7, and this is time base. Yeah, still in millisecond. Okay, so you just multiply here and you will obtain number of 10.5 millisecond. Then you have to convert millisecond to second. Yeah, I told you just multiply by 10 to the power of negative 3. Okay. Okay, so this is this is only amplitude, yeah, amplitude 2 square times 1.5 3. Okay, now I think this is not the answer, because our goal is frequency. So after you find what is this, the period, yeah, the period still in millisecond, you convert the unit into second, yeah. Then we use the same formula, 1 per frequency, and then frequency 1 per period, ya. Frequency 1 per period. Frequency 1 per period. Yeah, you see that the period here is 1 per 10.5 times 10 minus 3, and this, yeah, move to the top. Then this means 1000 divided by 10.5. Okay, and then the frequency is around 95.23 hertz. Okay, so this is frequency. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for today. We only learned about cathode oscilloscope, cathode ray oscilloscope. So I think the just a simple, yeah. Okay, we still have one topic, yeah, about Doppler effect, and we will maybe learn about that tomorrow. Okay, I think that's all for today, and thank you for attending to my class. And once again, so sorry if I said something wrong about you, and thank you for attending to my class, and don't forget to obey, stay apply the rules of government. 5D, ya, jaga jarak dan stay at home. Semoga selalu dalam keadaan sehat. Oke, mungkin itu aja. Kurang lebihnya mohon maaf. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr.
Izin live ya.